What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Rob Markman is here. Jordan Emmanuel is here. 3 different points of view for Ask Yee. We have an anonymous caller on the line. What's up?
Hi, Angela. So I have a question.
Okay.
My boyfriend, he's beautiful, he's wonderful emotionally, but he's complacent and being poor. I'm the breadwinner in the situation, and it's not about him trying to be rich or anything, but I just want him to strive for more and want better.
Right.
Because I know it gets to him that I make like 4 times the amount he does.
Yeah, and I'm sure it gets to you too, which is fair. It gets to both of you, right?
It does, because we want to be together, but it's like, and he wants a kid and I don't have any, but I'm like, I'm just now at a point where I'm okay and I'm thriving. And I feel like adding another human to the situation is going to put me back in survival mode, and I don't want that.
Ooh, and Rob, as a man in the room, what do you think?
There was a time when my wife made more than me, absolutely, and she supported and held me down. But is the question how much
motivation
he makes? Because I was still out there working and hustling. I just didn't make a lot.
Okay. So the issue is he has a job.
Okay.
But it doesn't cover his basic necessities. And so I was giving suggestions and advising the things he can do to help, and it's falling on deaf ears. And I'm just like, do I throw away what could possibly be my person because they're complacent?
Yeah, it's hard to be with somebody who's not motivated, right, Jordan?
That's my biggest issue in relationships, I would say, is when they're not motivated. Have you tried positive affirmations and just trying to encourage him to do more?
Because sometimes it's hard coming from somebody that loves you for you to like tell them what they need to do because they don't want to hear it from you.
Right.
Yeah, I bought him affirmation books.
She tried it all.
Advice, suggestions, and I'm like, it's starting to make me resent the situation a little bit, and I don't know what to do.
Yeah, you know, and I'm gonna say this: there's something in him that makes him scared to try. Because some people are really scared of failure and being told no, and putting themselves out there. And then some people, like, you have to learn in order to be great, you have to be told no, you know, a whole lot of times. And some things aren't going to work out, and you have to learn to have thick enough skin to be okay with that, dust yourself off and keep going. And some people are like, I'm not even going to try because I don't want to fail.
Yeah. But you have also...
And I've told him that too, because I told him I failed before, but then once I got to the point where I was winning, it just never stopped. And I'm like, I didn't come from a silver spoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I work for everything I have.
Yeah. And, you know, you're right. The resentment is going to come. I've dated somebody who I didn't feel like was motivated enough. You see how much I work? All 3 of us. Right. And you too, anonymous caller. I know, like you said, you've been working really hard. You want to see somebody that's like always putting themselves out there. Is he in a job where he could actually get a promotion or make more or do more?
Not really.
Yeah. So he needs to switch.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look, you also need to ask yourself and determine at what point he is in life, and if you think he's actually going to change, because you need to be fair for yourself and fair to the relationship too. Because what you're talking about, resentment in a relationship, that's a deadly word, because that resentment builds and builds and festers, and in years you turn around and the love just isn't the same. So at least you're being honest about the resentment that you feel, but you're going to have to determine if this is he in a rough patch right now and it could get better, or is this just who he is? And then you might have to make your decision. I hate to say it.
Yeah, because at this point it's on you. If you feel like I'm giving him, you know, time and I've tried to help and just nothing's working, I don't know that you want to drag yourself down.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I feel like, because it's been 8 months now.
Ooh, 8 months. And one last thing. Did anything happen in his life that's made him like, you know, sometimes people have a devastating event and emotionally it's hard for them to do anything. Was there anything that happened?
No.
Okay.
No,
He's just lazy.
No trauma.
It's just one of those things where, and I had to tell him, anytime you get a job, you have to be able to afford your basic necessities working 40 hours a week if you're not in an industry that is known for overtime.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, you did everything that you could potentially do. Now it's on him. And I'm going to tell you the truth. Sometimes when you have to leave somebody because they're not doing what they need to do for themselves, because it's not even just for you, but if he's not there for himself, he can't be there in the relationship, then, you know, maybe he'll pull himself together because he might be using you as a crutch right now, too.
Oh God.
I hope it works out, and I
Yeah.
love to hear that. I don't want the fellas to misunderstand this. She isn't not talking about money. Yes, she's talking about money for basic necessities, but there's a deeper problem here. This isn't like, you know, when we hear that, men, we default in the defensive mode and start talking about gold digging and this and that. And I hear it in your voice. I hear it in your concern. This situation isn't that. This is about motivation. This is about upward mobility. This is about building a life together. And I don't think you're wrong for expecting and wanting and trying to push him towards those things.
Thank you.
All right. Well, do what you got to do for yourself, girl. He's doing what he needs to do for himself, which ain't much. All right. Well, 800-292-5150 is the number. In case you couldn't get through, you can leave a message for Ask Ye or call us. We're here for you. And when we come back, we told you Jordan Emmanuel is here. She'll be here all week. If you watch Summer House Martha's Vineyard, we're going to have some things to talk about with her, but also off the show, what you have going on. It's Way Up.
Way up.